Hello everybody, thank you very much for tuning into my channel. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. This is going to be a continuation video of my favorite slab books that I have in my collection. The first 5 I did before was Marvel. Now it's time to do some DC. Okay, so after the short video I will show you what they are. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome once again, boys and girls, to my channel. Comic Sniper here, along with my trusty sidekick, my lovable flying Iron Man Mark III. He's ever so vigilant as always, ready to go. So let's get started with my top DC slab books that I own in my collection. So the first round was Marvel, and today we're going to be featuring DC Plus as well. So because I don't have a lot of independent, especially slab books, so I throw in a little extra at the end. So stay tuned for that as well. So I must confess, I mostly collect Marvel. That's just because of my collection does feature more Marvel because they are my favorite characters. My 2 favorite characters are in Marvel, basically Spider-Man and then Wolverine. They're pretty much neck and neck. I would say Spider-Man just a little ahead, if any. Okay, and then of course X-Men, that kind of stuff. But I do like, I don't dislike DC. I grew up with DC as well. So, but it just happens that my collection features more towards the Marvel side. I tend to find more and better deals in the Marvel side. That's just the way it's going, and so, you know, that's why I have more Marvel slabs than DC, but I do have some DC as well. So today we are gonna go through my 5 favorite slabbed DC comic books, and as always, I don't have a bias as far as the grading company, whether there be CGC, PGX, or CBCS. They all have their strong points in my opinion, and they all have their weak points. That comes from personal experience, because I have submitted to all 3, and I have bought and sold all 3 slab books. So, you know, to my knowledge, I don't have brand loyalty, because let's face it, they don't have brand loyalty to me, of course, right? So there's no real advantage for me to do so. Whoever is going to give me the best deal or service at the time that I need it, things like, let's say, signature verification, that kind of stuff, that's what I do. Okay, so getting to comic books, the first one I'm going to be featuring that's on my collection right now is Batman number 155. Check that out. This is a Silver Age. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Penguin. You know, to me, I love all things Silver Age. You know, I don't have. I'm not even sure if I have any more Golden Age in my collection, to tell you the truth. But I do have Silver Age, and I love it. And this one is a CGC, as you can see, 3.5, graded 3.5, off-white to white pages. It does have a lot of issues. There's long creases along here. There's, let's take a, you can take a little closer look at this. We have 5 books, so we have a little bit of a little slice there missing, and then and a lot of soiling on this. That should have been cleaned up. I bought this graded. This came graded, so it wasn't. If it was up to me, I would definitely have tried to clean it up a little bit and maybe pressed it to get it a little flatter. But I don't think that's just to make it more presentable, to tell you the truth. I don't think this would grade any higher, because if you look at the back, definitely need cleaning. And check out the little tears, small tears, and a little piece missing there. There's also a miswrap on this book. So yeah, it's got a lot of issues. That's why it's a 3.5, and I don't think anything that I or anybody can do to actually get this grade a little bit higher. I think it was well graded at a 3.5. I would definitely agree with that grade. But that's not what it's for. The Penguin is, for me, I like the old time the villains as well. And campy as he may be, the Penguin has I tend to like him. He's very much a memorable character. You definitely know when he's on the screen, and he wasn't portrayed very well. Let's face it, in the Batman movie with Danny DeVito. Basically, I cringe at that version of him, and I didn't like how they portrayed him. I think they could have wrote him a lot better. Hopefully, he shows up one day in a done well. I think he's more of an aristocrat, right? Like he's shown here, but in a newer version. I would definitely agree with that. But definitely, yeah. I mean, I thought they picked a good character of Danny DeVito. I mean, he does fit the bill, just not portrayed properly. That's all. So yeah. But aside from that, this is this book is definitely I would say undervalued, because this is the first Silver Age appearance of the Penguin, and if he does ever get screen time again, this book is sure to shoot up. Because I don't think we can right now. The actual first appearance of the Penguin is way out of reach. I mean, that's in the Golden Age. So this is the next best thing. All right. So that's the first one. And then carrying on. So we have a Batman, and we also have a Superman. Superman of some sorts. Superman-ish. Okay. This is Superman's Expel, the new Jimmy Olsen, number 134. And the significance of this book is it is the first, if you can call it, cameo. I mean, we'll get to that in a second, of Darkseid. This is another CGC book, 4.0. It's going to be off-white pages, and this book I did buy raw. I did have this book raw, and I had it submitted myself. So, and I'm pretty happy with the grade. I think I pegged this one right on the money, and so yeah. If we want, let's take a closer look at this. So we have spine stresses all along here. As you can see, we've got a lot of color breaks up here, creases, that kind of stuff. But as you can see, it really presents well. The colors really are pretty sharp, pretty vibrant still. There's tanning. There's this creasing that's along the back here that isn't going to come out. That's as flat as I can get it. So that's definitely breaking the paper fibers, so that's not going to come out. And of course there's staining, tanning, yellowing, whatever you want to call it here, as well as some there. So yeah, I think it was the grade is accurate on this one. Nothing to complain about there. But definitely this, because this is a key book. This is a Neil Adams cover, so one of the more sought after artists, and definitely a good book to have. And this is a Darkseid's cameo appearance. You could argue, people argue about this book all the time. I mean, he shows up in a tiny last page panel on what is on the screen, and barely noticeable. I mean, the fact that they actually said Darkseid is the only thing really that would determine that he actually appeared on there. So, but more than anything, this is the one that's more sought after, because the first full appearance is Forever People #1. That one doesn't get as much love as this, because I think it has to do more about the Neil Adams cover. So this book this cover, along with the fact that it has a appearance, ever so slight appearance of Darkseid, makes it that key book. So that's why it's good to have. So and you know, if that DC ever gets their act together and starts writing good stories rather than just relying on having good superheroes to make movies on, I think that's their biggest fault right now, especially against Marvel. You know, it's not a, I mean, you can say anything's a contest, but you know, the fact that the Marvel is doing well, even and Disney and Marvel is doing well, even though they didn't start off with A-lister characters, I think shows a lot about how their storytelling and movie making is done. Where DC has definite, icons to start off with, but they've just relied on that. I mean, they just because they throw just because they throw Superman on the screen, he's instantly recognizable. He's an iconic character, or Batman, or whoever, the Flash, Wonder Woman, that kind of stuff. That's gonna make it all better, and it's people are gonna flock to see it no matter what. Unfortunately, as they're finding out, that is not the case. You need good storytelling. You need you need to have good writing and good filmmaking, and I hope they do that soon, because I want to see DC succeed as well, because that's only good for everybody. All right, so that's number 2, and then number 3. This is newer. This came out in 1993, but this character, Harley Quinn, is very popular indeed. She is a fast becoming one of the great characters that DC has created. So, and she's got a big following. So this is Batman Adventures number 12, and this is a CBCS. So CBCS 7.0 white pages. This is first appearance of Harley Quinn in what do you call that, in series. Okay, I know her first appearance in DC in continuity, I think is what they call it, is the Batman Harley Quinn, the one with the Joker, the Alex Ross one. So the no number one, that's the one. I'm trying to get that out. I can see it in my head, but I can't tell you what it is, because it doesn't have a number to it, right? But it's that was an awesome cover too. So, but definitely this is just as well sought after as that. They're both really good keys for this. I bought this one off of actually no, I didn't. I traded for this off of a buddy of mine on Instagram. So lots of good people on Instagram. I've always recommended doing deals, buying from Instagram, because there's a good community there. Lots of honest, good, hardworking people. Of course, like anything, eBay has it as well. eBay has a few bad apples here and there. Just as long as you know how to protect yourself and know who you're dealing with, getting references, that kind of stuff, I have no problem dealing with people. I haven't had any bad ones yet, and I've bought and traded with so many people already. But this one, let's take a closer look at this. This is a really good copy. Like I said, I did not have this graded. I traded with somebody for it. So this is, there's a few spine ticks. There's this, but they are breaking color, and I believe that's a blunting right there, a slight, ever so slight blunt. Same with that one. I mean, we can inspect the inside pages. I know I get comments, saying, "Oh, you're only grading the front and back of the book," but when you get a book already graded, you know, coming to you. All you can do is take a look at the front and back. So there might be something on this as far as light dark cover version exists. No, okay. There sometimes CBCS puts their some graders notes on the front, and I wish they would. I wish they all would actually put graders notes on this. Oh, okay. There's as you can see, there's that could be a small tear right there, about 3/16 of an inch, and a couple more. And there's another one almost about a 1/4 inch right there. That's breaking color. Yeah, so there's definitely enough faults on this book to give it to make that grade feasible, and so I probably would agree with this grade. So yeah, no need to, and it's pretty flat. I don't see anything wrong with this book that can be fixed. So yeah, good grade on that. Pretty happy with that. That's a good enough grade for me. I don't need a super high copy of this book. I actually just sold a lower grade book of this on eBay just recently. So but this one's a keeper. This one's a little bit higher grade. This is mine. So yeah, definitely if you can pick up this book. I know the Suicide Squad. Sorry, let's talk about the movie a little bit. I know the Suicide Squad, where she made her movie debut, wasn't well received, but since she is a very popular character, the rumors are still going on about a Sirens movie, which features Harley Quinn as well as Poison Ivy, and I believe Batgirl is going to be in there as well. So we'll see where that goes. If anybody has any more breaking news on that story, yeah, feel free to chime in and leave your comment down below. We'll see where that goes. So this is again Batman Adventures 12, first appearance of Harley Quinn. Okay, coming up next we have My Swamp Thing, number 37. This is, you know, I like Swamp Thing. I mean, I think he's a well-written character, a lot of depth in his character as well as the writing. And this one is the first full appearance of John Constantine, and he, of course, there was a movie with Keanu Reeves, John Constantine, right? So this book has calmed down quite a bit since then. So if you are interested in picking this book up, I would highly recommend this is the time to do so, because if anything happens that brings the Swamp Thing onto the screen, and of course John Constantine could be part of that, you just never know. This book will definitely shoot up again, because you got such great storytelling by Alan Moore, and of course, you know, you've got some great art as well. So this is my CGC 9.0. This is white pages. I didn't have the Slabbed. I actually had this. I traded on a LCS trade night. So and of course I brought my books, and at the time somebody had this, and we worked out a deal, and I'm happy to be able to have this. It's not the best copy. There's a big miswrap on this, factory miswrap, because look, the edges are pretty good, and so it's just a production flaw. But the biggest thing about this is the case got cracked. Check that out. I noticed that these new cases are prone to cracking. I did have one just by having them kind of pressed together and then pulling them up improperly. You can crack it. I have done it myself, and it is very troublesome. So that's not a good thing. So the older ones, let's see. I don't have one older one here, but the older ones, they're like the CBCS. They can bend quite a bit, and these ones are so stiff that every any bending to them will result in cracking. They're feel tougher, they're heavier, but they seem to be prone to cracking, because look, you can even see a piece of the plastic is right there. But anyways, back to the book. So miswrap, factory miswrap, they don't take away too much. This one has a lot of there's creases, spine ticks, that kind of stuff. Not a lot, I mean there's a few, and of course there's several other things on this book. Oh, some color loss. Sorry, right there. There's some color loss, as well as blunting corners. And I think that's it that I can see. Like I said, I wish the grading companies would provide on, if they use the back area, like here, and actually put grader's notes in there, right? Rather than having to, CGC now provides grader's notes, but only to the people that actually submit it. So you can't actually go in and use the number to find the grader's notes. You can do that with CBCS, and it's available, but not every book actually has grader's notes. I found out, like if you actually punch in the number, let's say you punch in that number, sometimes depending on the book, they will or will not have any grader's notes on it. So to me, anything that is not, and I made an actual video with this, it's one of my things that I believe I'm advocating for, because it'll work. It's only good for all of us, is when we all see the grader's notes. Let's face it, we own the book, we spent the money for it, and this grade that they got it for a reason. And I believe that we all should know why the book that we purchase, whether it's through raw submitted and then come back to us, or we buy it second hand or third hand from somebody else, we should know what we're getting, because it's encapsulated, right? It's not we don't have first-hand knowledge of the book, so that kind of thing. And it'd be nice how they determine the grade. So there's a little bit of accountability, I think, that's needed when it comes to grading. That would help us, trust the company's grading a lot more. I know there's a lot of times, I love watching the unboxing videos that people make, and what they do is, you can see it sometimes, whether when they don't get the grade that they're expecting, or when they get a higher grade when they're expecting, they kind of look at the books again and, I wonder how I got that, or why didn't I get the grade that I got? So, and that question mark really goes a long ways, because let's face it, we're not the graders, and grading is very subjective, as we all know, because it's not a clear cut. There's no clear cut way to grade every book, right? So anyway, so enough of that. If you want to know more about my thoughts on grader's notes, watch my other video. It's there. Okay. So, and lastly, for the DC, I got this just recently. I am so happy to have this, and it is on my 2018 wish list. It's my Detective Comics number 359. It's the first Silver Age appearance. Again, Silver Age, you can't go wrong with that. A Batgirl. Iconic cover. This is really sought after. This is my PGX 4.0. Again, like I said, I don't have any problem with any grading company. Some people do, and you know what? To each his own. That's what makes this world go around. I don't judge either way. So I use it to my advantage. Like I said in the past, it's okay to me that people You know, let's say they gravitate more towards CGC than CBCS, or vice versa and whatnot. And if they leave stuff on the table because people don't want to bid, or you know, they mistrust, or whatever it is, whatever their ideas is, that's okay. That's your ideas. To me, that just leaves the door open for me to be able to get a great deal, and I'm able to get this book because of that. There was people watching it on eBay, but definitely, you know, there wasn't that many people that actually bid on it. Whether their motives were because it's a PGX book or not, I don't know. And you know what, that's okay. But I think I got this for a really good deal because of that. I think it's a fair grade. I mean, you know, it's got issues. It's, first, that tape pull right there, that's the biggest issue. The back is actually, except for a little bit of the little light soiling, is in definitely really good shape. So, and with a lower grade, you can expect to have you know, spine creases. So you know what, unless there's something terribly wrong with the inside, which I don't know about, I'm pretty happy with that grade as well. So, and happy to have it. I don't have anything to complain about. But definitely, if you know, when we see her on the big screen, this book, I mean, this book is already well sought after, and it's already very valuable. So that's why I can only afford the lower grades. When anything actually happens with Batgirl on the big screen, goodbye. This book is gonna be too far gone for anybody to be able to acquire it in any grade. So what I would recommend is, you know, you guys, if you are interested in getting this book, definitely I would try to pick one up, you know, yesterday. That would be the best way. Hindsight is 20/20, right? But anyways, regarding slabbing, you know what? I buy the book inside the slab. I don't, like I said, I don't have any loyalty, so I don't buy the label on the top. Okay, I buy the book that's inside. If the book that I want is there, and I see, you know, from the ad that's I'm happy with the look of it, I ask questions, and I get it. Hey, that could be, you know, Joe's grading. I don't care, as long as everything is cool and everything is complete and it's in the shape that I expect it to be. That's all I'm looking for, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay, but yeah, and if you have your own story, you know what? I respect it. I respect everybody's point of view, and I just say more power to you. So definitely, we all can coexist together. All right. So that is, count 'em, 5. We have, again, my Detective Comics 359, my Batman 155, my Jimmy Olsen 134, Batman Adventures 12, and Swamp Thing number 37. And then for my honorable mention, like I said, I don't have a lot of independents, but I do have once in a while. So I might as well throw it in, and this is my, from Dark Horse, my Next Man number 21, and of course this is CGC. Oh, here we go. This is an older CGC case, and we'll go through that in a second. So this is the first full color appearance of Hellboy. This is CGC 9.4, white pages. I bought this graded myself. I didn't buy the book raw. So let's take a look at it. I believe there is I'm not sure what that is, if that's just a color break or a piece of something that's in there. I was trying to take a closer look at that before. I'm not actually sure that's on the book or not. So again, grader's notes, people, grader's notes. I wish we had grader's notes, because look how sharp these corners are. There's no, not that I can see, there's no spine ticks on this. Sorry, I'm just looking at the same time I'm examining with you guys. So, you know, very, very sharp corners. Check that out. You know what? I don't know. If I'm contemplating maybe even busting this thing out of this case and inspecting it, because it might have received a, oh, wait a minute. Okay. It could be right there. That I think is color loss, color rub right there. Okay. Well, we found something after all. Okay. So that could be, yeah, color loss could be well enough to, and then if anybody, I don't have another copy of this. I don't think that's part of the book right there. If you guys do, and maybe you guys can compare for me, let me know. But aside from that, that's not too bad. I don't mind this grade at all. 9.4. It's new. It's a new book. And again, this is the older one, and this one can bend quite a bit, you know, and it doesn't crack, right? I mean, you can. That's just me with this thing. That's not actually cracking. Okay, guys, if you can hear that. So, you know, I think it's, I know it's not as sturdy looking, it's not as heavy, and I must admit it doesn't look as good. So, but you just have to be careful with the newer case, I guess, is what it is. Okay, but definitely the older case is a little bit more softer, maybe just a tad softer, so it gives it a little bit of flex. And then, but yeah. Anyways, we as far as movie news goes, there is gonna be a new movie coming out with Hellboy. It's already in production. They already have the star for it. What is his name? He's the guy from Stranger Things, the cop that plays Stranger Things. His name escapes me right now, but he's gonna be playing Hellboy. I've seen some news with him working out, trying to get ready for the movie, making sure, you know. I think they picked a good. I like that guy. I think he acts really well. I like Stranger Things. I like this character in it. There's no reason why he wouldn't make a good Hellboy. We'll see if the story is done well. But I'm excited to see that movie and see what they do with that. So yeah, give it a chance. You know, right? You never know. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? But anyways, this is my copy. That's what I'm really excited about having this book, and because Hellboy is a great character. Okay, and this is my independent comics. This is Dark Horse. All right, so that's all I have for now. Again, thank you very much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you guys sticking around to watch my videos, and again, thank you for subscribing to my channel. As an appreciation, I'd like to give shout outs to my newest subscriber. So you should be seeing some names popping up on the screen anytime soon. And then, and if you want your name on future videos, guys, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. That way it lets me know that you guys want to see more. And I think the... oh, and of course, always tell me, you know, you have your say and your vote. By doing so, you hit the like button. That also lets me know to make similar videos like this, that is well received. And of course, by hitting that notification bell, you will be notified whenever a new video comes out from me. So, and then of course, always leave your comment down below. Give me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Tell me which books you like. Maybe there's other information that I missed with any of these ones. You guys have a lot more information collectively than I do. I bow down to the knowledge base that you guys come up with. I'm always grateful when you guys give me some information that I don't know about, and I definitely you know, will respond and make sure to do so. So that's it for now. And like I said earlier, you know, while you guys are Sorry, there was something on the side that got my attention. But anyways, that's it for my video for now. Look forward to my next one. We're probably gonna do some Raw books next. That's what I was thinking about. So we've got DC, we've got Marvel, Slabs. I'm gonna probably be doing some Raw books next of Marvel. So look out for that. My favorite ones of those. And yeah, so while you guys are out collecting all your favorite comic books, whether they be Marvel, DC, Independence, guys, just make sure you enjoy the hunt. Okay, so Comic Sniper along with my trusty sidekick Mark III signing off. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.